How's everybody doing this morning? Okay, that wasn't bad. Like we're gonna wrap things up here. You get that, right? Like, you're in luck. I finished strong. And then none of you, like, Laura, you should know the answer to this. You've been in a session with me. No, I'm often checking with people. I ask the question, how's everybody doing today? And I do that to make sure that what I share with people is resonating. And when you're in a session with me, the proper way to answer the question, how's everybody doing today, is a very enthusiastic, almost overly enthusiastic, I'm awesome! Okay, thank you, Dee Dee. I know, like, the rest of your people people at your table totally checked out. It was amazing. But, like, no, it's super, like, it's good. I know, it's corny, right? Well, the motivational speaker is going to tell me I'm awesome. And, like, there's a bigger issue at play, and this is actually a lot of what we're going to talk about today. How you talk to yourself, what you say to yourself, the words that you use, that has a massive impact on your ability to be more successful in every single thing that you do. You're probably going to find over the course this morning, I'm a big fan of self-deprecation. I don't know everything, but I know enough to know there's a fine line between self-deprecation and self-abuse, and how you consistently talk to yourself, that actually determines what side of the line you end up living on. So it is customary to try this one more time. We all cool trying this one more time? You all know the words, right? How's everybody doing this morning? Nice! Doesn't that feel better? I won't make you kumbaya, don't worry. All right, so yeah, we're gonna talk about problem patience. We're gonna talk about Penny's bitter baby. Like, how do you fight that thing off? Before we dive in though, I want you guys to help me out with something. I want you to imagine that you're on a canoe trip. Not like the Deliverance kind, but like a fun canoe trip, right? And you find yourself at the end of this trip, you find yourself on a deserted island, right? You're not quite sure what's going on or where you're at. It's super dark because you paddled a little longer than you needed to. It was a good day on the water, so you're slightly, or like maybe mostly drunk. And then you find someway find yourself naked, save for a headlamp. Okay, now look at this. Does this feel like anybody's day at the office ever? I think sometimes in our office, in our practice, sometimes we feel like we're on a deserted island, even though we've got a team around us. Sometimes we feel like we're in the dark, even though the doctor tries to share and our team members share what's going on, we still feel in the dark. I'm hoping number 3 doesn't apply to you, but sometimes we feel a little foggy in our day-to-day. And then I think doctors call them loops now, but whatever. Like, you've got some headlamp. You feel naked once you do something except for a headlamp. You actually have one massive tool that's going to help you survive. How do you think you're going to survive in your day-to-day when you're in that situation? You've got a tool that's with you all the time. It's your attitude. Your attitude is literally a matter of life and death when it comes to your day-to-day. So when I'm in a session like this, typically I'll go to the audience, I'll say, hey everybody, what is your attitude? And I get hear answers all the time, like people are like, attitude's everything, attitude's your mood, attitude is, and I get some scientific thing, well I believe it's this or that. And I'll tell you, we got a very, very, very simple definition for why I believe attitude is, and it's been helpful to most people I work with. Attitude is simply how you choose to view your world. There's 2 very important words in that phrase. I'm going to give them to you because my time is limited. The words are you and choose, right? Who's in charge of your life? You're in charge. It is, your attitude is simply a reflection of how you choose to view your world. And you have choices all day, every day. You can choose to grab the bitter baby, to use Penny's. You can choose to look at things however you want to. And what choice you make, the quality of your choices determines the quality of your life. Now, on the flip side, I want to make sure that you understand what attitude is not. Attitude is not ignoring the reality of a negative situation, right? Attitude is not the song/chant that they make the people that work at Sam's Club do every morning before they open the doors. Do you know what I'm talking about? Put this in the Googles. Just type in like morning song at Sam's Club. You will see a bunch of the age ranges, but you'll have people around a circle and they're all pretending to put themselves in a good mood or be in a great attitude. They're like, we love Sam's Club. It's the best place in the world. We love bringing value. And it's fascinating to watch because you got people that are clearly just trying to fake their way through having a great day. And I'll tell you where I saw this one firsthand, understanding that attitude is not ignoring the reality of a negative situation. It's when my wife was pregnant with our twins. I'm an efficiency expert. We make kids 2 at a time, we found out. So my wife, and she's cool with me sharing this, she gained 95 pounds in the course of her pregnancy with twins. She got real big. We had to buy the minivan 2 months before the kids came. I've officially put underpants on my wife more times than I've taken them off of her. Like, she got big. And so the people around us were always like, it's such a blessing. You're gonna pee it all out. It's gonna be amazing. And she actually put up this wall because of these people that were just trying to put all they're ignoring the reality that she was clinically at risk for months, until finally her OBGYN sits down with her on the first day, and he did the chair. I wish we had the chair, because he sits down, he looks at her, and he goes, you poor thing. And like, just understanding the reality of the situation, she goes into Waterworks, and she was actually available to receive the care that she needed. And now we are the proud parents of 10-year-old amazing twin kids. So understand that your attitude is not ever ignoring the reality of that negative situation. Negative things happen. How you deal with them, that's a lot of your attitude. We'll talk about that in a second. So I'm gonna give you a couple quick mindset management tools. These are things you can do. They are very easy. They are very effective, and they are very free. These are things you can do on a daily basis that are gonna help keep your attitude exactly where it needs to be for optimum level to work with your team, with your doctors, and every single person in the world to make sure that you are not bumping into problem patients all day, every day. The first mindset management tool is your ability to laugh. You need to be able to laugh at yourself. You need to be able to laugh with other people, and you need to be able to laugh about negative situations. Now, if you're taking notes or taking pictures, please pay attention to the order that the words are on the screen. Because if you screw up the order, you are going to have a very different experience. If you start laughing about other people with negative situations, just a very different experience. So now you need to understand, again, you have to be able to laugh at yourself, with other people, and about negative situations. So I want you to go back to that canoe trip that we talked about, because I actually found myself in that situation. And like any great storyteller, I embellished a little bit, but I left some things up, but we'll fill in the gaps right now. Now the good news is, for those of you who know me, I'm really good at laughing at myself, and I love laughing with other people. So I found myself in this situation where we had been paddling all day, and it was very warm, and we'd elected to keep ourselves very hydrated over the course of the day. So we got ourselves to a sandbar, and we found there was another group camping on the sandbar. And I decided, in my very hydrated sense, that we should meet the neighbors, and we should do that by going streaking. And so I got 5 other people on board with me to go streaking, and so I did have the wherewithal to go, look, if I'm gonna run around naked, I am gonna put a headlamp on. Because if I'm running around, I want the attention up here, not anywhere else. So anyway, we did the thing, we come back, and we're all out of breath. I'm like, that was awesome, that's great. And what happened was, the other people in our group had decided to steal our clothes. So I was standing there, and everyone else disappeared like cockroaches when the light goes on, wearing nothing but a headlamp. So I said to myself, I think there's a lesson here. I could scurry off, or I could do something else. So I decided to turn that headlamp into a piece of article of clothing. And I walked back into camp like this, and the lights bobbing and bobbing and bobbing, and I sat down and said, hey, how's everybody doing today? And needless to say, we had the opportunity to laugh very hard with each other about a negative situation. So always have the ability to laugh. Number 2 mindset management tool is your ability to be grateful. Alan, thank you so much. I told you you're getting a shout out. This is it. Your ability, oops, I got to back up. I skipped that. It is impossible to be grateful and to be negative at the exact same time. My mother-in-law, I helped her with this one. She was doing that. She was really cranky one day. I asked her, Mary-Ellen, I need 3 things you're grateful for. And she stopped for 3 seconds, and this is why I love her. She looked me dead in the eye. She goes, the Green Bay Packers, Diet Pepsi, and you, Rob, I'm grateful for you. And she threw me the stinkiest eye ever, and we're the best of friends ever since. Your ability to practice gratitude can automatically and instantly change your mindset. The third is your ability to manage your mental input. There's a lot of different things you can do with this, what you read, what you watch, what you listen to. Maybe the questions you ask yourself, or the question, how you choose to answer questions. Questions like, how's everybody doing today? Funny how that works. Here's a really quick prescription on what you can do. On a daily basis, you want to be reading, listening to, or watching something positive, inspirational, motivational, or educational. On a weekly basis, get around positive, like-minded people and learn. Find somebody you look up to professionally, ask them to go to lunch. If they're really successful, see if they'll pay for lunch. All ships rise with the tide, but you got to be in the water first. Finally, quarterly, take a day off. Take a day for you. Spend a day in nature. Take a day for renewal. Go for a walk, go for a run, go for a hike, go for a walk. These are the things. You practice these mindset management tools. You laugh, you practice gratitude, and you manage your mental input, and that is what you fight all the problem patients. Because here's the thing, and I had to edit this, so depending on where you rank on the MPAA rating schedule, you can insert your own lines here. I want you to think about something. If you bump into a in the morning, you probably bumped into a If you find yourself bumping into all day, you are the It's wonderful to be here today. I had a blast. Thank you. I hope this was a wonderful finish. And speaking of finishes, I have a quick comment and a quick question. My quick question, I've asked you twice. You know the answer. How's everybody doing today? In the words of my friends Tom Weber, have a fantastic finish to your day. I'm Robb Z.